HOA Karen threatened to sue me. While the Attorney General was sitting on my porch, living near an HOA, Karen is like constantly walking a tightrope, until the day she decided to threaten me with a lawsuit, right as the Attorney General happened to be visiting my property. It all started with the usual barrage of complaints. Karen had been obsessing over my landscaping, fence height, and mailbox placement for months. Every week, a new note, a new violation, a new demand for compliance. I tried ignoring her, but eventually, she escalated. One morning, she stomped onto my porch with an air of righteous indignation. "You need to comply immediately," she barked, "or I'll see you in court." Her timing couldn't have been worse or better, depending on how you look at it. That very morning, I had a scheduled visit from the Attorney General's office. They were inspecting a property adjacent to mine for unrelated civic matters, and I had invited them to my porch to discuss some local regulatory issues I was helping with. A rare opportunity to network, ask questions, and make connections. Karen, oblivious, raised her voice. "I'll see you in court. This is harassment. Illegal modifications. I gently interrupted her. "Karen, I'm glad you brought that up. You see, the Attorney General is sitting right here, and they might be interested in how HOA officials attempt to intimidate homeowners with frivolous threats." Karen froze. The AG, a seasoned professional, leaned forward, curious. I calmly explained her long history of harassment. Unsubstantiated fines, repeated property inspections without consent, and threats of lawsuits for imaginary violations. Karen sputtered, turning red, realizing she had walked directly into a room full of people who could hold her accountable. The AG quietly asked for details, notes, and records of her threats. Within minutes, Karen's bluff was exposed. Her threats held no legal merit, and her pattern of intimidation now counted as potential harassment under state law. The AG calmly explained that any further actions could result in fines, civil liability, and a formal complaint against her. Karen, now visibly shaking, tried to salvage her authority. "I was just enforcing the HOA rules," she said. "Yes," I replied, smiling. "But your authority ends where my property rights begin." The AG nodded in agreement, reinforcing the point. By the end of the encounter, Karen had left, silently, defeated, and humiliated. The neighbors who had witnessed the interaction later described it as poetic justice. Her threats of legal action evaporated in the presence of actual legal authority. From that day forward, Karen avoided my property entirely. I even received a note from the AG praising my preparedness and documentation. The incident became legendary in the neighborhood. The day an HOA Karen tried to wield intimidation, and the Attorney General was on my porch to witness it firsthand. The moral? Entitlement only works when no one with real authority is watching. Sometimes, the most effective way to neutralize an overreaching HOA Karen isn't aggression. It's strategic calm and the right witnesses.